So with that, March Madness officially underway in less than 60 seconds. And with March Madness being here, FanDuel is giving you the chance to get in on the action like never before. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when their first $5 bet wins. That is $200 extra bucks to use on everything from buzzer beaters to Cinderella stories. You can even pick who's going to cut down the nets. Just visit FanDuel.com/UCSS and get in on all the college hoops action all tournament long at FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
All right, let's correct Mike in saying a game starting in 60 seconds. The first game is Creighton and Louisville at 12:15, Mike, not 12.
Oh, my bad.
Drop the ball.
Let's go Creighton.
And then High Point and Purdue.
Let's go Purdue.
They end the ability to enter any bracket group
at 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock, which is why I assume that's when the game's tipped off. Bad job.
I'm going to piss off Mike and hijack this for 30 seconds.
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
I went to Vegas one year for the first day of March Madness.
It's great, right?
Awesome. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been there for the first day of March Madness?
2019.
Yeah.
I did it.
It's the best day, supposedly.
I did a story on it because I was in Arizona for spring training. Yeah. I was going to drive up to, so I got in the rental and drove up to Vegas. And I went to Jerry's Nugget where you sell plasma across the street and then you go in there and you gamble with it. It is old, rough.
Real degenerates.
Yes, North Las Vegas. And then I went to Caesars.
Yeah.
And you've got doctors betting $1,000 a game.
Yeah.
And it was wild, juxtaposing the two. But it was a great. I had 2 or 3 days, just that Thursday, Friday in Vegas. If you love gambling and love college hoops, there is nothing better than going to Vegas for the first 2 days or really the first weekend.
It is a
of
lot
March
of fun.
Madness.
It's an exciting time of the year. Mike, go ahead. What are we talking about with the Cavs?
Yeah, so we're going to do this real quick.
Yeah.
The timing of this is unfortunate, but if we didn't do it now, we would never get it in because the Cavs obviously have lost 3 straight. However, NBA.com puts out its MVP ladder each week, and it comes out on Sunday mornings, and then it updates every Sunday. And I don't always agree with it. It's one writer's opinion, so it's not official by any means. But in his most recent...
Thanks for clarifying. We thought it would be official.
But it's from NBA.com, so I just want people to understand it's one writer for NBA.com's opinion, not the official updated ballot or tally.
Yeah.
In the most recent edition of this is how his top 10 came out. Number 1 was Jokic, ahead of SGA, even though SGA is going to win.
Well, because of, again, the writers do a terrible job. They vote based on agendas.
No, I think SGA is a legitimate case. I think SGA
should win, though. He's by far the best player.
No, I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree. The on-off numbers for SGA and Jokic are in the same ballpark.
What is that? Year. What are the on-off numbers?
How the Thunder do when SGA is not on the court versus how the Nuggets do when Jokic isn't on the court. Jokic is incredible. I think those are 1, 2, and then there's a giant gap. But
there's going to still be people that don't vote for him because he's won 3 years in a row.
That's fair.
Stupid.
I just think there's a legitimate case.
Okay, fine.
So they have Jokic first, SGA 2. Those two have essentially flip-flopped 1 and 2 all season long on the NBA.com MVP ladder. They had Giannis 3rd, Jason Tatum 4th, Donovan Mitchell 5th. First time he's entered the top 5 all season.
Which is
when you
weird
look at 6
he's
to
not
10,
playing well right now.
I know. It's a weird the timing of this. Once again, this came out before the Orlando game, so they were still riding a 16-game win streak at the time of this publishment. If you go to 6 through 10, Steve, go down 1. Look at number 7.
Wow.
Evan Mobley came in at number 7 on this week's NBA.com MVP ladder, just behind Steph, ahead of LeBron, Kate Cunningham, and Jalen Brunson. When I saw this, Mitchell at 5, I was like, that makes sense. I didn't put Mobley anywhere near the top 10 in MVP conversations. I didn't think he was at that level. Do you guys think it's an appropriate placement of Evan Mobley, or is this way too high for him considering? And then once again, remind, this was before the Orlando game. Yeah. When this was published, it was a 16-game win streak.
The guys 6 through 10, it's pretty meaningless, but I was shocked to see Evan Mobley there. As much as I like him.
It's the only team with 2 in the top 10, isn't it?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Donovan's a little high.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I think Donovan's a little. But he's going to get the credit for the Cavs doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
I do think this is probably the last year that Donovan finishes ahead of Evan in MVP voting. I think that probably flips as early as next year, for whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
Am I surprised about it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised. The Cavs are the best team in basketball, or the second best team in basketball, however you want to look at it. And they've got really good players. obviously Donovan Mitchell would be in there. No one would even have a question about it.
Yeah.
Evan Mobley has taken such a leap this year.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody should be surprised. If you've watched the Cavaliers this year, the biggest surprise has been the jump that Evan Mobley has taken. Should he be at 7? I mean, you could probably nitpick that. Probably both ways, actually. You could say he belongs outside the top 10 or whatever, something like that. But he's had a hell of a year, guys. On
amazing.
Arguably the best team in basketball.
If you had to make a top 10 list, would you have him ahead of LeBron?
Ahead of LeBron?
Ahead of LeBron.
And LeBron's what, like 8 or 9 there?
8.
LeBron was one behind him at
8.
8, yes.
Would I have Evan ahead of LeBron?
No, you can't. LeBron's having, by most players' account, an MVP type
And
of
they're
year.
having a good season now. Where are they in the West? Aren't they 4?
According to the most updated NBA standings, the Lakers are 3rd in the West, 1 game back of Houston.
To the
second.
surprise of no one, Doncic totally flipped their trajectory. Like that trade totally
I
flipped
wouldn't
their
be
trajectory.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers are in the finals.
No.
Not at all. How could
Kidding
you
me?
be?
Like this is like LeBron's last real good. Like Doncic is healthy. LeBron's having a good year. He's healthy. Like he will go all in and flip that switch.
Luka was in the finals last year with Kyrie. LeBron is better than Kyrie. I would rather have LeBron right now than Kyrie.
And they got a bunch of other dudes out there in LA that are scrappy. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want Austin
They're
Reeves on
for
my
sure.
team.
And that's why I said the other day, like, I'm not going to get worked up about the top seed overall over the West, because if I had to pick right now, I'd pick probably OKC to win the West, but it's not like I have a great level of confidence.
haven't done anything
There's
either.
a ton of teams in the West that could come out.
Denver?
So, Denver for sure could come out of the West.
So would you, Mike? Would you have LeBron ahead of Evan Mobley? Because I would.
I would too, yeah.
What's LeBron's numbers, by the way?
While Mike's looking that up, part of the beauty with the Cavs is how balanced they are.
Right.
Like that's, and again, Evan's sort of the face of the team, so he's going to get the credit. And
Donovan, you mean?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Donovan's is still the face of this
Yeah.
team, so they're going to put the MVP votes on him because this team is so remarkable. You got to have somebody up there, but Darius has had an incredible bounce back year.
Yeah.
Evan's obviously taken a huge leap.
Yeah.
Donovan's actually taken a step back to allow those guys to breathe a little bit more. So it's hard to give it to just one guy. So they may both come down for where they realistically should be.
Right.
Because it isn't just one man carrying this thing. So
Donovan's like representing the Cavs.
yeah.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, I think this is the last year that's the case.
LeBron's averaging 25, 8, and 8 on 52% shooting.
Insane. It's totally insane.
And he's
41, right?
No. He turned 40 in December, right?
He turned 40 in December.
Yeah, he's also shooting 38.5% from 3, which is the second highest of his career, on the third highest volume of his career. He's having an incredible season.
His numbers are not any different than what he was in his prime.
It's
crazy. Someone had this the other day. The year that Derrick Rose won the MVP, his numbers were the exact same as LeBron's this year.
Yeah. That's sick.
Like most players are, when you put up these numbers, win the MVP.
Yeah. And he's not even getting.
No.
He shouldn't be 9 on the list or 8.
No, he should probably be top 5.
I think part of the reason he's knocked is he's only played 59 games, or 50. How many games did I just see? 58 games this season.
How many do you have to play to be considered?
65.
So you got to play 6 more.
Which he'll get to, but compared to the other guys they've all played more at this point.
I don't even care though.
I'm just trying to give you a little insight into why I think he may be lower. But I'm with you. He should be.
All right.
He should be higher. So shout out to Mobley. Shout out to Donovan.
Yeah.
I think Donovan will finish 5th, by the way. I know Jason said he thinks it's a little high. I think Donovan will end up
it doesn't matter.
finishing 5th. Top 5 MVP finish does go on your basketball reference page. And as we learned earlier from Jared Allen, the Cavs care about what's on their basketball reference page.
Phenomenal.
Jason asked the question. I wasn't there on Sunday, so he'd give you a little more insight into that.
No, I didn't.
Again, it's a team award.
Oh.
Donovan Mitchell is playing well, not at the moment, but he's played really well this season, and he's been a great leader for the best team in the East. And that's why he's 5th.
Yeah.
He's not if you were drafting the best teams right now, even for just this year, he would not go 5th.
Donovan has been exactly what this franchise has needed from the day he got here. Like,
He has been.
truly.
You're right.
In terms of the way he's led, what he said on the record, the way he's carried himself, the way he's conducted himself, he's exactly what they needed. And now to sort of have the awareness and the self-confidence to be able to say, hey, we're better if I'm if I take a step back
Right.
and allow these guys to grow. He's been exactly what they've
A
been.
lot of the other players on that top 10 list wouldn't do that.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to, and it's not that he's declining. He's 28 years
No,
old. He's
still-
not declining.
no.
But it's realizing, hey, we are better if I don't carry such
Yeah.
a heavy load.